My Hero Academia chapter 287 just dropped, and my goodness was it a feast. But there are a few things I and you may have missed. Dabi and the Todorokis could be here real soon. Uraraka and Toga fight potentially incoming. And the real reason why Deku retained One for All in the Heroes Rising movie, suggesting that this film could be more canon than we actually think. So let's further break down this chapter and explain some of the character implications it could have on the entire series. In chapter 287, we finally get to see why One for All can't be stolen and why only its user can choose who to pass it on to. All for One and Shigaraki tried to take the quirk, but the vestiges said they choose to reside within Deku, someone who was always thinking about saving others, and rejected their evil power. This choice also explains why Bakugo didn't inherit One for All in the Heroes Rising movie. Deku may have willingly given Bakugo his quirk, but Bakugo quote-unquote passed out before the transfer was complete and thus didn't inherit One for All. But now we have a more satisfying answer and workaround than just, Bakugo fainted. The vestiges, while they accepted Bakugo and lent them their powers, probably felt that their time with Deku wasn't finished and in the end chose to remain within him. And thank goodness, because we need One for All within Deku as he fights Shigaraki. The cool thing is, Heroes Rising can be considered more canon than it was due to this explanation. We loved how 9 was a precursor to the power Shigaraki received from All for One and the Doctor, but now Deku and Bakugo can have this moment, and it makes full logical sense to the story. Speaking of heroes showing their stuff, Ochako may be the next one called upon to step up and stop the villains, particularly Toga-chan. At the end of the chapter, Toga seems distracted as she looks out at Gigantamakia's destruction and says, "At what point do they draw the line? The point of a hero is to save others, right? Was Jin, twice, not a person to them? Will they kill me too?" Toga wonders why the number 2 hero Hawks went to such extremes and killed twice. She wants to know what her beloved UA students Ochako and Deku would have done in that situation, and what they'll do to her. Seeing as how Deku is pretty much spent, someone else in Class 1A needs to fight the remaining League of Villain members, and this probably means Ochako will finally take on Toga. How awesome would it be to see the knife user versus the knife defender go head to head? Crazy waifu versus stable waifu. Toga also says, depending on their answer, like she's mulling something over. I don't think Toga will join the heroes, but it's possible that depending on Deku's answer, she'll feel different about the society she's trying to destroy. Or not, if Toga-chan learned that Deku would not have killed twice and that Hawks actually abused his power as a hero, or at least didn't do everything in his power to save twice, even from himself, she'd probably show even more disdain for hero society. Don't forget, Toga may have some of Twice's blood, so Uraraka may have her hands full fighting a bunch of Togas or Dabis or Gigantamakias. Who knows what Toga has in her arsenal. On a side note, this scenario opens up more avenues for Hawks' character, especially since he won't be a hero anytime soon. Perhaps karma was fair to everyone in this fight. Lastly, it's what we all want to see, Dabi vs Endeavor or Shoto could be happening real soon, and with it the reveal that Dabi is in fact Touya Todoroki. Besides Dabi becoming an instant meme in the last chapter with his enthusiasm, he may have given us a hint at what he'll do next. Dabi says, "Shigaraki and Endeavor, that sounds exciting. Get ready. We're about to liberate this good-for-nothing hero society." Dabi is very focused on Endeavor and probably confronting him. The hero society which Dabi so hates is likely due to Endeavor and the government training program he was a part of when he was Touya Todoroki. So it makes sense Dabi would have to take down Endeavor to achieve this liberation. And Dabi has clearly stated before that in order to tear down Hero Society, the villains need to go after the symbol of peace, the number 1 hero, and UA. They've gone after UA multiple times, with each blow causing the public to lose faith in the institution, and while they did already take out or retire the symbol of peace, the number 1 hero is currently Endeavor. The only thing is, Endeavor's pretty spent from fighting Shigaraki, typical of Dabi to show up when everyone's tired, but who's holding Endeavor right now? It makes more sense to me that Dabi will fight Shoto since we haven't really seen too much of Shoto in this fight, with maybe Endeavor sitting on the sidelines cheering on his sons. I'm kidding about the cheering part of course, but this would give Dabi a good opportunity to taunt Endeavor and to ask Shoto about Touya Todoroki and what he thinks truly happened to him. I've made a video on this, I'll link it in the description as well, but what do you guys think? Are we finally going to get the whole Dabi is Touya Todoroki reveal in this arc, and possibly a Dabi vs the Todorokis fight? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like My Hero Academia content, be sure to enroll at UA today by subscribing, and let me know in the comments what you thought about this chapter, if you like Dabi vs Shoto and Endeavor, if you see Toga potentially fighting Uraraka in the coming chapters. Until next time, hero or villain, plus ultra.